Hi, it's Cubes, and today I'm going to be doing the first top 10 list on my channel. The 3x3 average you're seeing, it may seem like a sub-world record every time, but in reality, I'm just doing the PLLs because today's top 10 list is of my top 10 favorite PLLs. Of course, this list doesn't include any of the G perms, the V perm, or the F perm, because of course, this is a list of my favorite PLLs. Starting off at number 10, we have the UB perm, or the one where the opposite color is on the left. The reason it's so high up on the list is because I don't really know like a fast way to execute it, and the way I learned it is the beginner's method version with the F2 ULR prime, basically just that. So both ways I execute it aren't very fast. I'm gonna try to relearn it and get actually good at it, but yeah, that's why it's so high on the list, but it's still on the list because it's better than things like the G perm or the E perm, and it's still like an EPLO. So taking the number 8 spot, we have the Z perm. It's only M and U moves, making it very similar to the H perm. It's easy to learn, recognize, and execute. The reason it's so high on the list is because it's easy to mess up sometimes when you're doing it really fast. At number 8, we have the AB perm, the one that you have to do R2D2, not the R prime U R prime. So this is included on the list because it just flows like naturally, just the one quick motion at the end, R, U prime, R prime, and you just get to stop the timer there, and it's like really fast to execute, but of course it's not as good as some of the other algorithms on this list. Taking the number 7 spot, we have the RB perm, the one on the right. So if you use a different algorithm, it's basically just the one where the headlights are in front and you have the bar on the left. Now, it's really fast to execute this one if you do it right, and it's also really easy to recognize if you're looking at it from the right angle. At number 6 on this list, we have the AA perm. I talked about the AB perm at number 8, but the AA perm is better in my opinion just because of the way it's executed. I really like the fact that at the very beginning you just do the X prime, R prime, F, R prime. Just at the very beginning is just like one quick movement, and it just looks like one move, but it's like 3 moves or 4. Yeah, 3 moves. It's just really fast to execute, and it's one of the first ones you learn, even in the beginner's method, at least if you learn the one I use. At number 5, we have the Y perm. It's not too fast to execute, but the recognition is very easy. If you see that there's one color that stands out from the rest in the 2 sides, then it's probably the Y perm. It's known, I recognize it for being the one with the opposite color, with one piece opposite from all the rest on those 2 sides. At number 4, we have the UA perm, or the one that's R, U prime, R. This one is really fast to execute, especially since I relearned the algorithm to make it the 2-gen RU1. It just flows really nicely, and it's really good for OH2. At number 3, we have one that's not so good for OH, except if you know the RU1, and that is the H perm. It's really good for 2-handed solving, and it's one of the quickest algorithms in total. It's just M2U, M2, U2, M2U, M2, making it one of the shortest PLLs and one of the most easy to remember. The last 2 spots in this list could really be interchanged. It was really hard to decide which one I liked better, but I finally found one that was fast to execute, easy to remember, and it just, like, the recognition was also really easy. So here goes. My second favorite PLL algorithm is the T perm. It's one of the first algorithms you learn when learning the C-spot method, and it's just really easy to execute, especially when you practice it for a long time. I've seen people with high TPS doing it in under a second, or under 3/4 of a second. It's just really fast. It's also 3-gen R, U, and F, which makes it really cool. It's a combination of 2 OLL algorithms, and that leads into a good transition for learning OLL. So here it is. My number 1 favorite PLL is the JB perm. It's really fast to execute, especially with the RU R prime F right at the beginning. It's also really easy to recognize, and it's also one of the first ones you learn. It's also 3-gen, making it super similar to the T-perm, but I like it even more because through this average, then I could get really good times with it, like sub 2. Now, I usually average like sub 5 for my, or sub 2.5 for my PLLs, making this one like really stands out. I got one solved in it that was like a 1.56 just because of that algorithm. It's also really easy to recognize, execute, and memorize for when you're memorizing the algorithm, which makes it my #1 favorite PLL. Tell me your favorites in the comments below if you have anything different than mine. Also expect more top 10 lists and top 5 lists in the future, and even give me suggestions in the comments. And I'll see you in my next video.